I'm 21 years old right now. I just got done with my college and I'm grateful for a few things that I've done over the past 3 years. But at the same time, there are a few things which I wish I did in the past 3 years. To be honest, nobody expects me to make this video because why would anybody want to listen to a 21-year-old? All of these videos, they're usually created by people who are about 30 or 40 years old. But trust me, if I can literally help people who are the same age of me or even maybe like 3 years younger than me, I would be extremely happy to help them. And trust me, man, 3 years will make a lot of difference, and that's exactly why I decided to make this video. The first thing is literally the most important thing. When you get into a college, be very careful who you hang around with. Choose your friends very wisely, because I've heard this quote so many times: you are the sum of top 3 people you hang around with, or something like that. And that's so true. I'll give you an example, right? So I'm a half Malayali and a half, I don't know what you call for people who speak Konkani. Like, that's my mother tongue. But because I was born and brought up in Kerala, I know Malayalam very well, okay? And it's been a part of my life. The state has been a part of my life, and nobody really asks me, if I'm a half Malu, because they don't really understand. You know why? Because I've spent time with the people in this city and people in this state ever since I was in school, and then my high school, and now college. It reaches a point where you will start to be one of them. And the reason why I ask you to carefully choose the people you want is because, like I said, you will be one of them. You will start to act like them, talk like them, walk like them, and if you choose the wrong group of people, you're gonna be following literally what they do, and you don't want that. Trust me. When I say you start to talk like them, it's so serious. I'll give you an example, okay? When I went to college, I had a very decent Malayalam accent, but obviously the people I hang around with, they are all from Malappuram, Kannur, and these are the cities in Kerala. And the thing about Kerala is each city has a different accent. It's so obvious. If you're a Malayali, you can probably instantly catch that. When somebody starts to speak, you're automatically like, oh, I know where you're from, okay? And that's how it is. And it just took 2 years for me to realize that I realized myself that, the way I speak is exactly like how these people speak. That's exactly how it is. You will literally become like the person you hang around with, and you have to be extremely careful. Look, here's the thing, right? Here's a hack I really found. Don't try to be friends with every single person. The one thing which you can really do is get to know as many people as possible. Like, when you're in your college, if you get a chance to literally introduce yourself to somebody, do it. If you get a chance to meet somebody, get to know somebody, do it. But the people who you spend a lot of time and you bring them closer and closer, that's the only thing you should be just a little bit careful. When I spoke about getting to know as many people as possible, the one biggest thing I've ever got from my college life, trust me, it's not even the degree, bro. It's not even, the degree is the least thing I cared about. The most valuable thing I've got when I walked out of my college is the connections, the productive connections, the connections which made me money when I was in college, and it still makes me money. Because this is how the world works, right? You get to know somebody, you tell them about your interests, you tell them what you specialize in, and maybe you even work for them, and they might refer you to their friends, and then you get some other work. That's how you build connections. And the one wise thing I did when I was in college is I just tried to get to know as many people as possible. I mean, obviously with no intention, but I just like to, get to know everybody. The second thing might sound like it's being spoken about a lot. I just cannot make this video without mentioning about how important it is for you to learn a monetizable skill. When I talk about monetizable skills, I mean skills which can make you money while you're sitting at home. just in front of your desktop or a laptop. Would you believe me if I told you over the past 5 or 6 years I've made around 3 lakhs or 4 lakh rupees just sitting in front of this desktop? And honestly, look, here's the thing, right? I don't think that I'm an extremely hardworking person, but I had a bit of passion. But the most important thing is that I really got lucky. I wouldn't just give luck the credit, because I know for a fact that every single thing that I have right now, it's because I earned it and I deserve it, no doubt in that. And of course, when I talk about you having some luck, it only comes with constantly taking action. I've started to take actions ever since I was 14 years old. I just want to give you an example. I just want to tell you how important this is. And because I talk to my friends about this and nobody takes it seriously. Most of them, they don't take it seriously. I don't want them to be like, oh man, I could have done something 3 years later. That's why I try to help people. And trust me, I don't expect anything in return. But like I said at the beginning of the video, if I can help 2 people, at least 2 people, if I'm able to make 2 people listen to me and they actually be like, oh, you know what, this guy is right, I'm gonna do something right now, bro, I would be extremely happy. Trust me. Learn some skill where you can make money off just sitting there, just in front of your desktop or your phone. I'll give you an example what I did. I do video editing. It's very simple. Ever since I got done with my college, I've been doing freelance online to clients abroad, and that's how I earn a living right now. And honestly, I don't think I'm gonna be doing something else. I'm doing things because I really want to do, because I have a past of telling people, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and I've never done it because it was just dopamine talk. But don't be that guy. Honestly, I don't want to go yap for no reason about skills, because the only skill I have is, like I said, I just know to edit videos, and that's what I've been doing. But just find what your thing is. You do your research, but make sure that you do something where you can earn money online, because the internet is where all the money is. And if you don't participate in this marathon, I feel like you are going to miss a lot. So the first 2 things I've mentioned, I'm extremely grateful that I've kept doing. These are the things. The third thing is something which I regret not doing, and it is going to the gym. I don't have a problem with sharing this, that I'm exactly in the same physical shape as I was 3 years ago. Like I said, I've already accepted that, okay, you've actually done a mistake not going to the gym very often. That's why again, here's the thing, right? I'm not complaining, because I'm the type of person who would take responsibility for every single thing that happens in and out of my life. But because I'm making this video, I just want to tell you that if you are like 18 years old, go to the gym. Because when you drop out of college, that's when you need all your confidence, man. And it's not like I'm lacking any confidence, but I just feel like if I was in the physical shape that I actually want to be, oh man, the confidence would be mad. And unironically, the lack of confidence that I have, once in a blue moon, you feel like, oh man, I don't know what's going on. It's mostly because I'm not big enough, physically. And honestly, it's not even a thing which I talk about, because now I'm actually taking actionable steps to improve this. I'm working out every single day. I'm eating, but I still feel like it could be better. I could have a better diet. And yeah, so that's the third thing. The fourth and the final thing is, actually, let's make it 5. But the next 2 things actually come together. It's like an ecosystem, right? The 4th and the 5th thing is to learn to be very good at speaking, communication, articulation, and most importantly, read as many books as you can. The reason why I want you to be good at speaking is because even if you don't have any skills, even if you don't have anything that makes you money, you can make money out of nowhere, literally from the rock bottom, if you just can speak. Trust me, a lot of people, right, including myself, man, I'll be honest, from a very young age, let's say, I knew what I was doing from 13 years. It's almost like when it comes to skill, I have an experience of 8 years or 7 years. But if there's something which I lacked for a very long time, is the ability to communicate, the ability to articulate. And I still don't think that I'm like a very good speaker, but I can tell you that if I start to record, just like I'm doing right now, I can speak for 15 or 20 minutes without, constantly stuttering or, constantly saying, just filler words, because I clearly remember exactly 2 years ago when I tried to record videos for my YouTube channel. I'm like, okay, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I start to record the video and 5 minutes into the video, I'm like, bro, I can't do this. But right now, I know for a fact that it's not the same anymore, because all it took was 2 years of me doing this thing. I just speak to a camera, and I feel like I've improved massively. But if there's one thing which I still am not very exposed to, is going out in real life and doing some proper speaking and communication with people. But if you are 18 years old, if you're in college right now, I really feel like, if you start to talk to as many people as you can, and do this exercise where you speak to a camera, this exercise is actually going to help you become a very good speaker, and you will be very good at your language. And of course, read more books, because that's where all the information comes from. Trust me, bro. You might tell me, oh, I read everything on phone, but you don't really remember anything that you read in phone. And most probably, you wouldn't even take any action from any of the things that you actually read on a phone. Like, when was the last time you read an Instagram post and be like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna do this thing in my life? But when you read a book, it's almost like you're engraving that piece of information inside your head, and it's very impossible for you to forget, at least when you read a physical book. And obviously, if you keep reading a lot of books, you're not gonna lose anything. But if you chose not to read any book, chances are you might miss out on some very good information. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know if I've missed out something. But again, I would love to help people out. I just love helping people, man. I don't know why.